Hi darlings, welcome back to my channel, Chocolate Princess Maya, which basically means African princess. I will be talking today about African dances and African village choirs. Should we bring them back? Honestly, I should make this video too. But I'll just talk briefly about these two things, and maybe later I can make more detailed videos. So in the past, I grew up in a really small town in sub-Saharan Africa, and I used to when I started growing up, I used to converse through East Africa and Morocco. Morocco is in North Africa. So actually Morocco is in North Africa, but it feels like it's in the south. But anyways, who knows where Morocco is? Leave a comment. But you see, back then in the village, it was so nice. So basically this is like story time, right? We would go to the village squares and we would stay by the fire, and there'll be dancing in the middle of the village square. There would be dancing, and there would also be these fights, just play fights that men used to demonstrate their agility. No one got injured, it was just all fun. I believe the Brazilian jiu-jitsu is drawn from these African village fights, because a lot of things were drawn from Africa without a lot of credit given back to motherland. I'm not saying Brazil didn't credit Africa, but people don't know that a lot of the people who were transferred as slaves to the Caribbeans and a lot of these other colonies took African culture with them. So when I see Jamaicans trying to act like they're better than Africans, it's funny, because I'm like, yo, do you know that Aki actually came from Ghana and Nigeria? Your national meal? Did you know that? Okay, another day's video. Well, I'm not the one saying it. It's literally the truth. So the evolution of a lot of things in the slave colonies was built on cultural practices that previous slaves brought with them from motherland, right? So we'll watch the fire, back to the story, watch the fireplace and watch these people dancing and watch the drums beating, and there was just a sense of communal wellness. There was a sense of community belonging. There was a sense of positive mental health, which is something I am so passionate about. And I just sit down and I imagine, is it possible to get back to that? Is it possible to have some form of rhythm, some form of breathing, some form of I don't know, program where we can actually have these fire gatherings. I know people talk about people do camping, but no, I'm not talking about camping. I'm talking about bonfires. So even back then when we went to high school, we used to have bonfires, and we will still have people gather around these bonfires, and we'll have some of these things happening. And I wonder if that's something that we can do, and I wonder what that would look like. By the way, if you're watching this, I have a poem called "We Clap for the Village Fires." It's in my collection of healing poetry called The Swan. Those poems are meant to help you validate yourself, learn skills for self-emotional regulation, and move beyond trauma. It's available on Amazon. It's called The Swan. I hope you guys get it to support my channel, but I appreciate that. So in the next video, I'm going to make it a fun video where I talk about what you need if you want to go visit someone in Africa. What do you need to go to motherland? Let's talk about it in the next video. Namaste. Bye. This one is a collection of poetry. The link is in the bio. I wrote it for survivors of different types of trauma, including assault, domestic violence, war, and all others. Enjoy!